Hey, everybody.
Hi.
We are here with the wonderful Scarlet Rivera. Welcome, Scarlet.
Hey,
Hi, Scarlet.
thank you. Thanks. It's wonderful to be here with you.
Yes, it's so good to have you over. We had so much fun rehearsing yesterday, and we're just really excited to bring you this show tonight. I just received word that YouTube is maybe not functioning for some of you, or maybe for all of you. So you can find us on Facebook. If you guys are having trouble watching on YouTube and you do want to watch the show, which we would love, you can head to facebook.com/AliceHowMusic, or if you're a fan of Norm's Rare Guitars, you can head to their Facebook page as well. And our wonderful friend Pete DeMore of the Americana folk band Ordinary Elephant is helping us behind the scenes today.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Pete. Jen is actually out of town. For those of you who know Jen from Norm's, it's her birthday today, so we wish her
Happy birthday,
happy
Jen.
birthday. She is on her way on a vacation, and she's going to be offline today. So we got Pete filling in for her, and thank you, Pete. So here we are.
How will we know if and when YouTube comes back?
I don't think we're going to know. I think we should just encourage folks to watch on Facebook. If you can't find us on YouTube, if you're having trouble with that, just head over to Facebook. And
Of course, if they're having trouble finding us on YouTube, they'll be having trouble because there is no YouTube. So,
well, we'll just hope for the best. I think it is working for some people. So,
oh, well, that's good.
yeah, I don't know. What a day.
Maybe in Afghanistan, who knows?
Who knows? Scarlet, we're so happy you're here.
Yes.
It's great to be here all together. For those of you who don't know, Scarlet is an iconic violinist. You may have seen her in the Martin Scorsese film about the Rolling Thunder Revue, Bob Dylan's 1975, right? 76 tour. And you'll know that she was basically the star of that documentary, in my humble opinion.
Good star.
And we're going to ask her all about that tonight, as well as hear some Dylan songs and some of Scarlett's songs from her new record. And that is it. That's the story. Let's start with some music. Shall we?
In, Alice?
Oh, yeah.
Mute yourself.
I think we're going to start with one of my songs from my new album, which is called All of Me.
Yes.
It came out this year in April, actually, and has some great musicians on it. And hi, Tim Goodman.
Hope you're watching.
We're sending our love to you, and thanks for making that album possible, and with such a great production and bringing all those amazing guys on it.
Yes.
We're going to do something called Dust Bowl that we wrote together.
Such a cool song.
You wrote this with Tim?
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a ode to Woody Guthrie and the first environmental disaster of the U.S., man-made, called the Dust Bowl.
Well, Tim, I wish you were here to play guitar in this. I could play bass, but I'll do my best filling in on guitar, and well, I hope it's okay.
Everything was beautiful till the dust storm rolled their way. It choked the life out of the land, turned everything to sand. The wind hauled on, turned the day to night. They were blown away, blown away, blown away. And never gone back home. Every living creature looked on in mortal fear. They ran and gasped for air. The dust storm didn't care. Scattered dreams, precious memories, they were blown away, blown away, blown away, and never gone back home. So many lives blown away, their roots were torn and scattered. The raging cloud took away everything that mattered. Winds of change turned the day to night. They were blown away, blown away, blown away, and never, never come back home. Salvation could be fading, silent spring draws near, while voices crying as they disappear. Scattered dreams, precious memories will be blown away, blown away, blown away, and never, never gone back home. Lives and dreams, don't let them be blown away. Heart of the land, don't let it be blown away.
Oh, I love that. So, Scarlet, I hear you this was your first vocal album, that you had never recorded a record with your singing before this.
No, this is the vocal debut.
And how does that feel? And what, I guess, how did you decide it was time?
I think it started with a story, because I had dabbled with trying before, and I decided I didn't like my voice, and I threw the tapes away in previous years. Then I started singing with a bluegrass band, and I didn't mind singing harmony, but I didn't really want to be a lead singer. I just didn't, and just had a hang up about it. So, but then something happened, and it made me want to write, and I said to myself that I'm ready to write and sing because I have some stories to tell, not because I want to be a lead singer.
What do you think that something happened was? Did something happen that made you want to sing? What was that? Because I can relate to that. I'm kind of curious.
Well, it was somebody that I loved very much that died very suddenly and unexpectedly, and it was a fiance, and I was planning on a whole life with him, and that was kind of, wow, it just disappeared overnight. And so then I co-wrote a song that ended up being called Sacred Wheel, which we'll do later.
Yeah.
And you felt you had to express that in that. Well, and I mean, don't want to get too spiritual, but I will. But he gave you a gift.
Yes, you do admit it.
He gave you a gift.
Yeah.
He really did. Oh, that's fascinating. I mean, I can totally relate to the singing bit and being afraid and not owning your own voice. I mean, like you, I was a side person, a support person for a long time as a bass player.
Yeah.
And I also love singing harmony, but I didn't know how to sing. I didn't know how to sing lead, and something got in me where I just felt I had to start writing songs. I had to express myself, and I had to sing them because I was the only one who knew how they went.
Right.
And so, and it's quite a challenge, but it's really incredible. Oh, you want this?
And you know what
Did you
too?
read it?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you and me, we have played with not just the Holiday Inn band, but we were actually playing with some really major singers that we made you go, well, I don't think I'm up to that level. So
I never thought about it that way, actually. That's really
so
interesting.
Probably gave me more pause
It's
to
a lot
not want to sing.
No,
Right.
there's a lot of comparison involved, absolutely, you know. And for me, I had to go, well, I'll never be Jackson Brown or James Brown or James Taylor,
Right.
but I'm the only Freebo there
that's
is.
right.
And so my job is to be, I'm sure you had a similar
That's
experience.
Right. Yeah, true. There's so many great female lead singers that I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to step into their shoes, so I can't. So I'm going to step into
Well, you
my
have your
own
own
shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
For all you people out there, I mean, hopefully it can be some sort of inspiration for you that, you know, it's not about comparing, and we all need to express ourselves. We were talking about this yesterday. If you don't express yourself, you will suppress yourself, and you
And
become
depress yourself.
and depress yourself. So, you know, it's got to come out somehow in one way or another, and you don't want to come out sideways, right?
No, man. Yeah, I'm very happy to have stepped out now.
I hear you. So are we. So are we. Alice, you've been stepping out.
Step on
Okay,
out,
no,
Alice.
look,
I'm ready to step
No,
out.
you've been stepping out for a long. You've been singing since you're.
I have.
I heard tapes.
I'm a
of you-
different animal than you guys, I guess.
tapes. I heard tapes of you when you were 3 years old,
It's true.
and you were.
I was
singing.
writing songs when I was, a little girl, and my parents had set up a tape recorder of me, and
How lucky.
they're really
Aw.
sweet little songs about nothing, but they encouraged me. I was really lucky that they did, and it took me a while. I was kind of the opposite. Like I resisted learning an instrument because I was a natural singer, so it was always a big effort for me to play guitar, and I had to practice and focus in a different way. And there's like a laziness about that because the voice is so natural. If you sing, it's just with you all the time. You can sing all the time. You don't have to necessarily learn the technique. I mean, there is technique, obviously, but it's not like something with your hands. It's not a tool. It's like in your body. So when you have to then learn an instrument, I found that I resisted that pretty hard. Like my mother wanted me to take piano lessons when I was 7 or 8, and I was like, I don't want to.
Did you take? I never asked you. Did you take any piano lessons?
You could say that I did take
few?
the lessons. I definitely did not.
With a resentment.
A little bit of a resentment, yeah. I was in the band in middle school. I played the clarinet, as you know,
that's right.
and then the bass
Bass
clarinet,
clarinet, right?
actually, and then finally picked up the guitar.
How old were you when you picked up your guitar, by the way?
I was 12.
12.
Yeah. I was given one for Christmas, and my older brother played already, and I took up taking lessons with his teacher, and that was the beginning.
Well, show us something you learned on the guitar.
Okay.
Along with your vocal.
Oh, man. I'm sorry you guys are experiencing so much frustration on the YouTube side. I'm glad you're still trying, though. That's very nice that you're sticking it out with us. Thanks for being here. I walked out in a storm the other night. I walked out into the river as it raged above its banks the other night. I was sure the current would part around my waist, but I reached out for your hand. I admit I was afraid. Strong swimmer though I know myself to be. Hey darling, you've been away so long. Hey darling, you've been away so long. See how the trees have grown since you've been gone. I went down to the water's edge. as the sun sank low behind the ridge. The last deep breath of summer lies blazing in the sky, and one step towards those mountains and I'd grow the wings to fly. Every whisper of the waves upon the shore tells me so. Hey darling, you've been away so long. Hey darling, hey, you've been away so long. See how my garden's grown since you've been gone. Hey darling, you've been away so long. Hey darling, you've been away so long. See how the trees have grown since you've been gone. Wow, thanks you guys.
Very nice.
I was loving that.
Gorgeous
Solo.
song. Gorgeous song.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, that was inspired by a loss too. My father died when I was 18, and I've written about him in a lot of different ways, and just that to me, I mean, in a way that song's about a lot of different people, but it is kind of like, you know, to him, like, you've been away so long, like, when are you coming back? You know, I had that feeling for a long time, like, is he just gonna come back from a trip or something? It's just a very disorienting sort of feeling, like you just can't really grasp it for a while.
Especially when you're that young, yeah. Beautiful. What a beautiful tribute.
Oh, thank you. Oh, hey, let's say hi to some people. Hey, Dennis, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Quincy. And thanks again to Pete for managing the chats for us and saying hi to everybody. And I just want to mention, I know you guys know this, but we are very grateful for your donations. If you can send us a tip tonight, if you're enjoying the show, we really appreciate that. We split everything between the three of us, and it really helps us a lot. Believe it or not, this is actually what we do for a living. Right, guys?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, $5. Just throwing $5 would really help, and to Alice's Venmo or PayPal, and she's been very honest about it, actually, and we will split it three ways and make sure
So you think.
that Scarlet doesn't go home empty-handed. And,
No way.
Oh, and she also decided that we suggested that we sell the set list.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I love that idea.
We'll sign it.
We've got lyrics of some of the stuff we're doing
We
here.
hand wrote out some little signs for tonight, and if you're feeling inspired and you love one of the songs that we did, maybe one of the Dylan tunes, we will all sign it and we'll pop it in the mail for you. So send us, what did we say, $30?
I think we said $30.
$10 a piece. If
That's-
somebody sends us $30, I will get a little notification in my email, and we will send you some swag.
And that's
for fun.
Alice's handwritten
Yeah,
lyrics.
worth
Really
millions.
look at them. Look how nice they
Millions.
are. Someday,
I
I
know.
mean, So imagine if Joni Mitchell did that and you were buying it.
Well, thanks, Freebo.
Hey, we also want to thank a couple of our sponsors. I've got my Cordial Cable shirt on, and I'm playing. Well, I'm not because Alice has it. We're borrowing cables, but we're using Cordial Cables, and they're very special.
Why are they special?
And we're going to give you one.
You get one too.
And what's really special about them, you should know this, Scarlett. It's got a lifetime guarantee.
Oh,
So it's really from now
live
on.
a long time.
Well, or if you outlive the cable, you get a new one. Thank you. They're made out of they're really a German company, and like 99.9% copper and alloy, and there's
stuff.
no resistance, so they actually do sound better. And we had
that's what we're using tonight.
we had Michael Lemo, who does the guitar demos in Norris Rare Guitars, last week, and he plugged it in with his pedal board, and he said really for the first time he had no buzz whatsoever. So we've actually got a free giveaway with that. Alice, you want to tell them about that?
Yeah, so I'm guessing most of you are watching on Facebook, but if you would just comment something like, enter me into the cable giveaway, something like that, just something that indicates that you would like to win a cable and a t-shirt. If you just put that in the chat on Facebook, or if YouTube is working, I'll see all of the comments come in, and we'll pick somebody before the end of the show. So we are giving away one premium Cordial cable. So
and
definitely,
that can either be a guitar cable or a mic cable.
Yep.
Just so you know, they come in different colors.
Yep. And if you are chosen, we'll send you the order form and we'll get you all set. A couple of our viewers have already won, and I know that Vincent is really happy with it. He told me he actually bought another one because he loved it so much.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful.
Why don't you play a song, Freebo?
I can do that, and I will do that. Also, a couple of our other sponsors, I am playing my bass out of a Fishman loud box, and it turns out the Scarlett also has a Fishman loud box.
I have Fishman everything. Fishman
Do you?
pickup. I have
And,
a couple Fishmans in my trunk.
Excellent. Well, Chris from Fishman has been very generous, and we really appreciate that. I love this amp. I mean, it's wonderful. Actually, it has an XLR out the back, so you can take this little amp and plug it into a PA system.
Correct.
And sounds phenomenal, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And I also want to thank the people who gave us these microphones. These are Audio Technica microphones, and we're very, very pleased with them. We really appreciate that. We want to thank Lori Reimer for her help, and Kevin Wax from and Alert the Globe. But we want to thank their help from. What's the name of that? I'm spacing. Come on, Kevin. What is it? The magazine.
What?
Rock Seller. Rock Seller magazine.
I was trying to see if it would come.
Had a senior moment there for a second. Yeah, Rock Seller magazine, very cool magazine, and you can actually subscribe to them for nothing. Just go to Rock Seller magazine, and you get one in your mailbox for free. Right? What are you laughing at?
You.
Stop it.
You know, the way to my heart is to give me a cable, not flowers. You
Yes,
know,
something is
gear,
practical.
music gear.
Yeah,
Yes.
because flowers
gosh.
don't last.
It is-
Yeah,
Cables,
oh man, of
especially
course.
Cordial cable, lasts
Yeah,
forever.
exactly. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
You are gonna love it.
Get that cable.
Yeah, and thanks to Alert the Globe for being one of our broadcast partners in this. We appreciate that, and we look forward to doing more work with you guys. So thank you so much. Okay, I will play a song if Alice stops laughing at me.
I'm sorry.
Are you laughing at me? Hopefully be laughing with me. and
You're
not
so
at me.
entertaining.
Oh, thank you. Well, why don't you pick up the bass?
Well, all right.
Do your job.
Love a girl that
I'm
plays
doing
bass.
a lot.
She's an engineer. She's
Oh
No,
man, I don't know.
Alice has learned a lot in this process.
works, man.
Look, we're some of the old fogies, and it's the younger generation knows how to do this stuff. And Alice is that, and she's done a great job. Thank you for that, really.
Thanks.
So this
my
is a
pleasure.
song of mine, and I wrote this some time ago. There was actually, I believe I might have first seen this in The Artist's Way, and then found out it was a quote by Rabbi Hillel from back somewhere around the 800s, 900 A.D.
Whoa, wow.
If not now, when? And I threw in, if not now, when? If not me, who? I can't pretend, 'cause I know it's true. I make this vow, I swear, amen. My time is now. If not now, when? And it goes just like this. You ready, Alice?
I am ready. Yes, I'm ready.
Here we go. When I was a young boy, I had these dreams. Time didn't matter, or so it seemed. Now I'm still a dreamer, like I was back then. But time keeps screaming, if not now, when? Hundreds of heartaches and broken down plans, so many what ifs, and what if I can't? My fear held me captive, caged in a pen. It's time to break free, boy. If not now, when? If not now, when? It's not me who I can't pretend, 'cause I know it's true. I make this vow, I swear it. Amen. My time is now. If not now, when? Doubting and blaming, it's time to let them go. 'Cause this healing journey, it can go so slow. But I hear these voices again and again. They keep on calling, if not now, when? If not now, when? If not me, who? I can't pretend, oh no, 'cause I know it's true. I make this vow, I swear it. Amen. My time is now. If not now, when? Play it for me, Scarlet. It's time to take this leap of faith without a net. Hello to destiny and goodbye regret. If not now, when? It's not me who I can't pretend, oh no, 'cause I know it's true. I make this vow, I swear it. Amen. My time is now. If not now, when? I make this vow, I swear it. Amen. My time is now. Oh, if not now, when? If not now, when? If not now, when? Oh, it's close.
I was this close.
Oh.
You know what they say about the bass?
What do they say?
Well, this is what you say.
What do I say?
It's
I
the
forget.
right note at the right time with full intention.
One note
Oh,
at
sorry.
a time.
One note at a time at the right time with full intention.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks. Nice job.
Beautiful song.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited to hear another song from your new record because you just put out your debut vocal record. I just want to make sure people know it is called All of Me, and you can find it on Scarlett's website,
That's
which
not
is
all of me.
ScarletRiveraMusic.com.
Yeah, not that one, no. But it's you can find it on Amazon and Spotify and all the other places as well. Yeah.
I think you said you have vinyl too. People want to
Oh,
order
yeah.
vinyl.
Ruby Red Vinyl.
Ruby Red?
Yes, indeed.
So let's
But
see
this
what
one,
it says.
this is the one that kicked me off for writing and singing lead. And this one is called Sacred Wheel.
Great.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. A change of life you did not choose. You can't regret the choice you make on the sacred wheel of give and take. One by one, two by two, my heart remembers those dreams of you. A gift we had, so much at stake on the sacred wheel of give and take. A crooked road, a crooked man, a long lost soul, that's who I am. A change of heart I could not fake on the sacred wheel of give and take. The way we live won't stop when fate walks in. You'll find yourself with destiny again. When all is said and all is done and all is lost and all is won, you win the prize and stake your claim on the sacred wheel of give and take. On the sacred wheel of give and take. On the sacred wheel of give and take.
Beautiful song.
Lovely.
Thank you.
So we've talked a lot about your new record, but so many people know you from this the Rolling Thunder Review tour and your work with Bob Dylan and so many other artists, the Indigo Girls. Tell us a little bit about, I guess, how you met Bob and just kind of how that started. It's such an amazing story, and you're such a character. I mean, I just want to know about who are you, Scarlett?
Well, that's a longer story. But
Oh, and by the way, Scarlett, somebody just said your voice is wonderful in all caps.
Aw,
And Jim Cowan says Alice Freebo and Scarlett sounds and looks great.
Thank you,
I
Jim.
think YouTube might finally be working.
All right.
Oh, that's good. And thanks for putting us together, Jim. Really appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. And I'm so happy because we're in the same town.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Now got to see you a lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hope so. Just so you know, we've all been very much isolating.
Yes.
COVID-ly.
Yeah.
And so we're feeling comfortable without the masks.
Yes.
We've all been extremely careful. Just want to let you know that. So yeah, to
So,
answer the
yeah.
question
So tell us.
about the Bob Dylan, how that all came about.
Well, a lot of people in writing have said that he pulled up to me on the street in a limousine, and they actually tried to tell me that to my face. I'm going, no, he didn't. So he actually pulled up. I was on 13th Street. You asked me about why 13 is a lucky number. Well, but it was prior to that too. 13 and Black Cats. I just love them.
13th Street in what town?
New York City.
New
Oh,
York
okay.
City.
Well, I was living in New York City at the time,
And what year was this?
1975. And I was going to a rehearsal or an audition or something, and kind of a nondescript green car pulled up and rolled down the window and said, "Hey, can you play that thing?" And I said, "Well, yes, yeah, I can." And he kind of looked like a little Bob Dylan. I was like, and then he started engaging me in conversation, and as we talked, I thought, I think this is Bob Dylan.
Was he driving or was he being
He's
driven?
driving.
He was
yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he said, I have to hear you play. And I said, like, my studio loft is right around the corner, And he said, can you get in and so we can, do some playing together. So I said, yeah, okay. And jumped in the car, went to his loft, and as I walked in, I realized, there's music instruments all over the place, and pianos and many, many guitars. And I felt like I was in the right place.
Yeah, I'll say.
And he pulled a guitar, probably one of his favorite ones, and just started playing. And he said, just play along. He didn't give me a key or chart or anything. And the test was playing unknown things. He did not play things that I could have possibly known. He played unreleased things or completely kind of obscure things.
Wow.
So
Were you nervous?
a little bit, but I was too much in the moment to worry about that.
That's great.
Wow.
And then he moved from song to song to song, and then he went to the piano, and then he slammed the lid down. I got to go see a friend of mine play. Would you like to come along? And I said, oh, yeah, sure, I'd love to come along. And jumped back in the car, drove a few blocks, and on the marquee it said Muddy Waters and band. And so we walked in, and he dropped me off at the bar, so I thought I was going to watch the whole show from the bar. And he got up and sat in with Muddy Water, and the place went bananas. And
Oh, my God.
at the end of that song, he went to the microphone and he said, now I want to bring up my violinist. Yeah.
Wow.
He had made up his mind while I'd been
What
playing.
a day. This was all one day.
All one day, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So then I got a solo thrown at me by Muddy Water, and
Oh man.
Muddy Water and the band and Bob all stared me down as I played, and then they all smiled. So then I got a double thumbs up that day.
Wow.
Wow. Talk
Wow.
about being discovered.
Being in the right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, right place
do
at
you-
the right time.
think about what it was that drew him to you as you were just walking down the street. I mean, it's such
I think he's extremely intuitive. I know he is.
Uh-huh.
And I think, some
He just-
intuition said, stop the car and talk to that girl.
And if I may, a good-looking woman with a violin. I mean,
Oh.
I mean, it
That
definitely
doesn't
helps.
hurt.
Didn't hurt, I'm sure.
Wow. Wow. Did you have a sense when you were on the Rolling Thunder Review tour that it was so historic and that it was going to be such an iconic musical moment that people would look back on and watch on Netflix and all this stuff? I mean, did you have any sense of that?
I knew it was the biggest thing in the world at the time.
Wow.
And it was really the biggest tour of, pretty much of the world at the time.
Wow.
It was the tour that you couldn't buy your way onto it
Wow.
if you wanted to, no matter who you were.
Right.
So it was a landmark tour. That I did know, but I didn't know it was going to actually grow in kind of legend
Yeah.
for year after year and get more highly regarded year after year.
And for those who aren't aware, could you tell the people out there who some of the people on that tour were, some of the musicians on that tour?
Yeah, Joni Mitchell was on that tour. Allen Ginsberg, Roger McGuinn,
From the Byrds?
from the Byrds, yeah, and Mick Ronson from David Bowie.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I first became aware of it in more detail reading Joni Mitchell's biography, which is, she talks about how she wrote many of the songs on Hejira on that tour, that she wrote Coyote.
Coyote, yes. Yes.
Talks all about, it's just so cool to kind of get that, behind the scenes. And of course I didn't know you at the time, but I feel like I've had little like glimpses of you through these different stories and different people. And then like, here you are. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And I love Joni Mitchell. She was, a woman that I really looked up to at the time.
Yeah.
And, for how together she was about everything and how magnificent her voice, her lyrics, her presence.
Yeah.
And that she was very sweet and not competitive with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Then Joan Baez was also on that tour, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, and who's the guitar player?
Oh, the bass player was Rob Stoner. He was kind of the musical director.
Oh, cool.
And the guitar player?
Well, there were many.
Was it
There was T-Bone Burnett.
T-Bone Burnett? Yeah.
Who else?
Did people come on and off the tour? Is that the way it worked? Or
No.
Everybody at the same time? Or?
Guests did, but the core band did not. The core band was there from beginning to end.
Was T-Bone part of the core band?
Yes, he was. Yeah. Yep.
Excellent. Wow.
I think I'm supposed to play the next song. Is that true?
Well, there's a lot of ways we can go. We could do it. We're talking about Dylan.
I know.
think maybe-
The next one I'm supposed to
maybe we
play
should-
is Dylan.
It
is? Oh.
Well, it just so happens
Why,
to be.
yes, indeed.
I mean, by supposed to, you mean it's on the set list that we're going to give to somebody for
We
for
are
a supposed
auctioning the
donation?
set list. If you send us $30 on PayPal or Venmo, $10 for each of us, I'm going to put the set list in the mail for you, signed
Why don't
by
you
all
hold-
of us.
Why don't you hold it up?
Because
so they
it's
can
all the
see
way
that
down
it
there.
Oh, never
actually-
mind,
'cause I
never
can't
mind.
get it. You
Gosh.
can see that it actually exists. It's nice. Scroll out. See that right there? Isn't that lovely, folks? Alice, how personal script.
All right. Let's see. What do we got here? What am I supposed to do?
Oh, you're supposed to get my mute the guitar and take my chord. This is not because we have a bad chord. The chord is good. My board only has 6 channels.
We need
in it,
an
so-
extra channel. I used to be so concerned that these shows would run perfectly and smoothly, Freebo, and I've just accepted the fact that sometimes, YouTube won't work and have to mute the board, and
Alice,
life is
life's what happens when you're busy making other plans. Sometimes things are better in the spur of the moment when they're not quite so planned. We've actually gotten a lot of feedback, and thank you for that, people out there. We appreciate that we are flying by the seat of our pants. This is unscripted, and that's kind of part of it, the questions we ask people like Scarlet and the answers and the whole thing. So, we kind of like that. It's definitely organic, and we appreciate the fact that you enjoy that as well. So thank you.
Yes, and if you're enjoying the show and you're watching on Facebook, we'd love if you'd share it, help more people find it. I'm so glad you're all here and you've stuck it out through some YouTube glitches. There's about 140 people watching right now, all across the different platforms, and thank you again to Pete Demore of the band Ordinary Elephant, who is helping us with our chat tonight. The band name Ordinary Elephant is just so cool.
One of these
Like,
days,
don't you just want to know what they do?
And I'm Pete. I'm going to ask you guys where that name came from.
We're going to have you guys on, and we're going to find out the truth.
I mean, at some point, was it Exceptional Elephant? And somebody said, no, that's too good. I don't know. I'm curious. We'll see you on the call tomorrow for sure at Fleming.
All right, we're really excited about this one. We were trying to choose a Dylan song for me to sing, and Freebo just said, "Oh my God, the times they are changing." So perfect for this moment. And I said to Scarlett, when will this song ever not be relevant? And we decided it probably always will be relevant.
Yes, it will. And we all got chills when certain lyrics
Yes.
were spoken.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you do too.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway. I sang the wrong words, I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't sing the right verse. I should have written them all out on that piece of paper. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are changing. I was so excited to sing this one. Here it is. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast, and the slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are changing. Oh, the times they are changing.
I hope
Chills.
everybody got chills out there.
I did.
I did too.
Goosebumbles.
Beautiful, Alice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was the perfect song for today.
Oh, yes.
Definitely
The times that we are in now.
Yes. It definitely is amazing how.
And
Once
the wheels
again.
in still and spinning, that's very much like the same wheel I was talking about with the sacred wheel.
Yes.
You know?
I gotta turn myself down again. Man, every time, you guys. I'm too loud.
Your vocal?
Yeah.
The sacred wheel. Give me a little bit more about that.
Well, it's kind of like the wheel that has been talked about in indigenous cultures as well. India and kind of other tribal people, they speak about not things in a linear way, but in a circular way, that things repeat, and so it's interesting that those lyrics are very much a part of that Dylan song.
Yes.
You know, in a political sense.
Sure.
I just want to thank a bunch of people who are sending us really generous tips. We're going to be sending out some lyrics tonight, you guys, sending out some special prizes to people. Thank you, Aliza Hava. Aliza, it was so good seeing you in Santa Cruz back before the world ended. Tom Webb.
Hey,
Glenn
Tom. Thank you,
Haff,
man.
Madeline Most, Vincent, Emily Zilber, Mike Edwards, Jen Aker, Dennis, thank you so much. Lynn, Quincy, Jean Carey, Dale, Daniel, Rick, John. Thank you all so much for supporting us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, you know, I was just going to add to that circle that I like to think of it, not to discount the Native Americans, the indigenous people, but I like to think of it as a spiral.
Oh.
Because you go around, but when you come back around, hopefully with any kind of consciousness, any kind of experience, you come back a little bit higher up with a little bit more knowledge. But you come back to the same place, but with a different perspective. So I think of it as a spiral.
Well, you know, that's part of indigenous culture too.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Well, I came up with that on my own. How about
Yeah,
that? Wow.
You know, even in paganism, it's called the spiral dance.
Interesting.
That's one of the first songs on one of my other albums called the Spiral Dance.
Wow. Wow. Oh. Nice to be in the same wavelength. I like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's very cool.
I also want to thank Mark Price, just sent us a tip. Thank you, Mark. And let's see, we've got Scarlett. Somebody was saying hi to you. Who is this? Will Hawkins says, "Hey, Scarlett."
Hey, Will.
Yes, folks are saying. Ooh, Dana says hi. Dana's talking.
Dana. Hi, Dana. Hey, Madeline.
Yep. Oh, thanks, everybody. All right, let's see. And they thought our harmonies were real nice.
Oh, good.
I'm glad the blend is coming through.
Well, that's good.
Freebo, you gonna play a song? You're supposed to play.
Oh, yes.
Come on, man.
I know.
We
Switch.
got to hear more Freebo.
That
now.
we do.
that sacred set list. I mean,
It's so sacred.
You gonna hand me that cable?
Oh.
That Cordial cable make me
God,
sound
it's
really
so
good.
Complicated. Okay.
Do we haven't yet picked a winner,
I'm gonna
right?
pick
for
a
the
winner
Cordial?
right
You
after
gonna do
this.
that?
After this song, I will announce the winner. Here we go.
As we spiral our way up in consciousness
Oh, very good. I like that.
into the light. matter of
Wow.
fact. How about
Oh
that?
my God.
Oh my God, I'm with a
Wow.
couple
It's
of
just
couple
great
of
to hear it.
California hippies over here. Just kidding.
You noticed, oh dear.
I know. I'm just trying to hang with it. I guess I'm a Yankee at heart. I gotta loosen up a little bit. Get a little more spiral.
Okay.
How long you been in
joking.
California now, Alice?
I know, just about a year and a half. It's having an effect on me.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
a little bit of West
Need
Coast
it.
energy. Well, I'm gonna do this song. I thought it'd be a nice song that Scarlett can play along on. It's got some really sweet chord changes, a little challenging,
Yes.
and I do like the sentiment of this song. It's a song I wrote with my good buddy Severin Brown out here in California. A little help from another good buddy, David Roth, James Lee Stanley.
By the way, folks, one last thing, and then I'll shut up. If you have questions for Scarlett, please put them in the chat. Questions for her about her career, her music, and if you have one for me and Freebo, great. But as she is our guest, you may be curious about her. I just saw one come in, so I just wanted to mention, if you have questions, please put them in the chat on Facebook or YouTube, and we will see them.
What was that question for Charlotte before you forget it? For Scarlett, I say
Yeah,
Charlotte.
Vincent wanted to ask Scarlett if you talk to Bob anymore.
I have talked to him many, many, many times over the years.
Oh, good.
In many places. And
That's great.
Our relationship continued on
Oh,
way beyond that tour.
That's
Oh,
wonderful.
that's good. That's great.
Makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the light. I've heard it said the earth looks peaceful when it's seen from outer space. Such a pretty place for you and me. How do we hear the wisdom of the crickets in the night, singing out of sight from way down here, way down here, where there's only right or wrong? Why can't we just try to get along? I've heard it said there's 100 billion galaxies of light lighting up the night for you and me. We could be just as peaceful as the earth from outer space, living in a place of harmony. Harmony, oh, such a lovely sound. Why do we put one another down? Just consider that there is no wrong or right, and consider that there is no black or white. There are always shades of gray to help us find our way to the light. To the light. To the light. I've heard it said every culture has a history in stone, dances of their own they like to do. Wouldn't you like to be accepted just the way you are? Is that really hard to see? Couldn't we find a way to understand and blow away that line in the sand? Just consider that there is no wrong or right, and consider that there is no black or white. There are always shades of gray to help us find our way to the light. To the light. To the light. Dee dee dee. 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 There are always shades of gray to help us find our way to the light. To the light. To the light. To the light.
to the light.
To the light. I've heard it said.
I've heard it said.
The earth looks peaceful when it's seen from outer space. Such a pretty place for you and me. For you and me. For you and me.
For you and me.
For you and me. For you and me. Beautiful, Scarlet. Lovely.
Gorgeous meaning to that song. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Very proud of it.
Yeah. When did you write that?
Wrote that a long time ago. I probably wrote that in maybe 2000, 2004, something like that. And yeah.
Cool. Hey, I want to announce our winner.
Oh, we've got a winner. All right.
We've got a winner, people. Our randomly selected lucky winner for this evening's Cordial Cable giveaway is Rick Converse. Our friend Rick Converse.
Yes.
Congratulations, Rick.
Thank
we
you,
are
Rick.
going to be in touch with you, and thanks for watching. And we're going to get you an order form so you can tell us exactly what cable you want. And you're going to get you can pick your size t-shirt. So thank you all so much for playing.
Playing the game.
Playing along with our little game show where we give away instrument cables.
And t-shirt.
We need a Vanna White.
Yeah,
later. Anyway, we'll
and
work on that.
Rick, thank you, man. You've been a very loyal listener and supporter. We really appreciate that, and glad you were selected. Good choice, Alice.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of the way it all works out. And thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. And we're going to do this again next week and the week after. So.
And our guest next week is a very, very interesting fellow, wonderful musician, a guy named Kenny White out of New York. Kenny White, in the last couple of years, has been touring. He did the Stephen Stills and Judy Collins tour. He opened for them. He's an amazing pianist, wonderful songwriter, brilliant sense of humor, and a very, very erudite and interesting guy. I think you'll really enjoy him next week. Kenny White. You might want to check him out on the internet, but Kenny's very, very cool.
Yes, he will be with us next week. And then the week after, we have our good friend Alice Paul, who, if you don't know him, is just a beloved singer and songwriter, storyteller, really, through song, and wonderful voice and guitar player. He's going to be on the night before Thanksgiving. So whatever you're doing for Thanksgiving, I hope you're staying safe and you can spend the evening before. If you're maybe not doing what you would usually do this year, which I'm certainly not, and hopefully we can bring you a little love in the form of some music.
And tell your friends or yourself, all of these shows are archived, both on Facebook, on my page, on Alice's page, on Norm's Rare Guitars YouTube page. So if you really like it, you want to tell some other folks about it, it can be enjoyed over and over again. And it's nice. We really enjoy doing this. One more thing about Alice. Alice is revered in the folk world and has been just knocking people out for the last 30 years or so, something like that. Brilliant songwriter, an amazing voice, really an amazing voice.
He kills me.
Excellent
It's
guitar
just
player as well.
Great songs.
Yeah, he's just got the whole package. So I think we think you really enjoy Alice. So next week, Kenny White. The week after that, Alice Paul, and then we're just beginning to get our schedule together for December.
Right? Yeah. And just Rick actually asked, when's Michael Jokum? Our good friend Michael Jokum, who is a wonderful drummer, was supposed to be on next week, but due to yet another
COVID circumstance.
Everybody's fine, but it's like we've been sabotaged by COVID twice now and having Michael actually be our guest. So we're going to shoot for December for Michael. Yes, luckily we have some wonderful friends who fill in. Anyway, shall we play some more music?
Yeah, let's do that.
I want to hear Scarlet. You've got another Dylan song you were going to do. right?
Yes.
What does this song mean to you? Why did you choose this one as one that you like to cover?
Well, I just there's many I like and
Of course, yeah.
love, and
Yeah.
no, this one's as a singer that's just coming into it. It wasn't as challenging as some of the others, but it's about the phrasing. I love his phrasing, and you know,
His phrasing is incredible.
yeah,
Weird,
and
yeah.
it's just an upbeat song. You know, it's not like Gates of Eden
Yeah.
trying to tackle
Right.
the gate. You know,
Oh
I will save for another day or Desolation Row. So this was kind of one of the more somewhat lighter versions of something to tackle that I thought I could pull off, and I've been doing it live, actually doing it in other live streams lately, and I'm really enjoying it. So
Cool.
it's takes a lot to laugh.
Great.
Takes a lot to laugh these days, politically. Oh, but we won't get into that.
No.
We won't
No.
get too deep, but I feel like I've been laughing a little bit more in the last.
Certainly smiling a little bit more.
Sometimes.
I mean, for a lot of America, you know, myself included, I think I can include my cohorts here. A bit of the dark cloud has lifted, and you know, it ain't over till it's over. I don't know if it's ever over, and this is an ongoing thing. Our democracy and elections and our presidents and our elected officers, and for me and those of you who are on my email and Facebook know that, you know, I am one for getting along and for communication and for accepting the differences, you know, celebrating the similarities, and even if you don't celebrate the differences, at least being able to talk about it and being peaceful about it in some way, shape, or form. I really believe that we all want the same thing pretty much for this country. We just have different ways of getting there. Right, Scarlett?
Yes, and I really was privileged. I was asked to be the featured speaker on an official Biden-Harris campaign speaker series
Wow.
on October 27th.
Wow.
And so, and I spoke on the subject of the environment and how music was a beautiful bridge to cross all political boundaries. And I've seen it over the years, how it's a fantastic bridge of connecting people. And so that was the thrust of my speech.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah, well, look, we're all in this together, you know. We're all on the same planet, you know. In this case, we're all in the same country, and we got to find a way to get along. And there are people out there and forces that want to separate us, and always has been that way. So I think it's up to us as individuals to find those similarities and
Find the love.
find the
Find
love.
love,
It really is all
yes.
about love. You know what the opposite of love is? Fear. Don't buy into it, folks.
Right. I ride the mail train, baby, can't buy a thrill. Well, I've been up all night, leaning on the windowsill. Well, if I die on top of the hill, if I don't make it, you know my baby will. Don't the moon look good, mama, shining through the trees? Don't that brakeman look good, flagging down the double E? Don't the sun look good, going down over the sea? Don't my God look fine when it's coming after me? Winter time is coming, windows are filled with frost. I wanna tell everybody, but I could not get across. Well, I wanna be your lover, baby, I don't wanna be your boss. Don't say I never warned you when your train gets lost. I ride the mule train, baby, I can't buy a thrill. Well, I've been up all night, leaning on a windowsill. Well, if I die on top of the hill, well, if I don't make it, you know my baby will.
Nice.
Love it.
Perfectly imperfect.
You know what also is perfect right now?
What's that?
We're on time.
Oh my God.
We're just running. The train is on schedule.
Mail train, baby.
Freebo, did you have any other questions for Scarlett? I feel like I've been
Well, man,
monopolizing.
I mean, what else? I mean, it's not just about you and Bob Dylan. I mean, what else do you consider high up in your in your history of things that you've accomplished that you're proud of?
Writing many other albums, my solo albums, many of them.
Where can people get your albums, by the way? They want to.
I think they can go to my website,
Which
Scarlet
is?
Rivera Music, scarletriveramusic.com.
How do you spell that for them, just in
It's
case?
right on the screen.
Oh, it is. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see it. ScarletRiveraMusic.com.
Yes, right. And yeah, I've written many albums about. One is called Voice of the Animals, Behind the Crimson Veil. I've done a bunch of original Celtic albums. I've toured Japan with my Celtic music, original Celtic music. And I've had a ballet company do a dance to one of my songs off of my Voice of the Animals on Shakespeare stage in Lake Tahoe.
Wow.
They did the dance to the wolf. And at another ballet company do a choreography to my song to the jaguar.
Wow.
Plus, an interesting thing I did was I went to Costa Rica as a NGO delegate for a very a world event for the environment, and somewhat like a climate summit. And we performed at the National Stadium, and I performed a solo with the Minister of Culture and Education, and we worked on a draft of like an endorsement of peace with Mother Earth, with members of all the indigenous tribes of Latin America, of Central and South America, and some of the top government officials of Costa Rica. It's called the Declaration of Peace.
Wow. That's beautiful.
And so I've done a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, it sounds like you're a real environmentalist.
Oh, I'm very passionate about the environment and saving wildlife.
Yeah. Well, they need advocates.
Yeah.
They can't
Indeed.
speak for themselves, not in a way that we can understand, I
And
guess.
to stop trophy hunting in Africa
Yeah.
is a very big passion.
Very cool.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's great. And you're still cooking.
Yeah, man. No, I have many more incredible stuff that I have more to do now that I want to finish. And working on many things.
Good.
So that's a good thing about getting old. The time runs shorter and shorter. And you say, man, if I don't get it done, I ain't going to get it done. So it kind of does kick you in the butt a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, but I think of myself as forever young. Because
I love it.
I don't fall into the age trap of me as a number. Forget about it. I do not want to hear about me as a number.
Yeah. No, I don't think about the number either, but I do realize that I am more than halfway through my life. And I'm not immortal, and if I want to get it all done, what I want to get done, I better get on the stick. So
that's true.
And like I said, I think that's one of the good things about getting older. And you also let go of a lot of crap.
That's true.
There's a lot of other people's judgments. Like, you know what? I don't care what they think.
That's right.
I want to ask Scarlett a question that's come through a couple times from our audience, which is, could you speak a little bit about the sessions recording Desire and any stories you could share from that time recording Desire with Bob Dylan and the band?
Well, somebody just sent me a band version of Hurricane, for example. Hurricane was banned because the first way we did it, because he had some lyrics in there that were going to get him into potential lawsuits. I mean, very serious lawsuit, and Columbia didn't want to end up paying for all of that. So they, it was not possible to just overdub those lines because there was too much leakage in the microphones. So we had to, reluctantly, he decided had to go back and re-record it. But the version everyone in the world hears is the final one that I'm on as well, which I'm glad they did, because I don't think the first one would have been a hit, and it wouldn't have lasted. It wouldn't have taken. It was 10 minutes long. It was like 3 minutes longer.
Wow.
It was slower, and all of the interesting kind of absolute hooky parts that I came up with in the final version, I did not come up with yet in the first time we did it.
It really is a hook. I mean, I can just hear it in my head. Anytime I think of that song, I can hear you more than anything. It's really amazing.
And I guess another interesting footnote for guitar players, which is something it took me years to come to terms with, and for it to actually sink in that it happened, was that I replaced the soloist that was supposed to be on Desire was not me. It was supposed to be Eric Clapton. And not only was it supposed to be, it already laid it down.
Wow.
Every song was laid down already before I walked in the door, with his band Kokomo and the top session players of all of New York. They were like the star-studded room.
Right.
And then nobody walked in and just went to the isolation booth and played my parts and didn't say anything. And Bob listened back to those parts that I played, and 2 days later, I returned to the studio, and Eric was gone, his band was gone, and all the session players were gone. And the only people left in the room was, me, Howie Wyeth, Rob Stoner, to track the record.
Wow.
And then continue on to the tour. So I ended up being the soloist.
Wow.
So it was the showdown at the OK Corral, and which I didn't know, but it ended up.
It's probably good you didn't know.
It's good I didn't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another stroke of good luck.
Yeah.
And you know what they say about luck, of course. Its definition of luck is preparation meets opportunity.
Yes,
so
true.
Obviously you had the opportunity and you were prepared.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because when I walked into the isolation booth, on one other song, the interesting thing is when I think it was Old Sister, when he got to the harmonica solo, I stopped. I was a Dylan fan too, by the way, before. before this opportunity fell in my lap. So I knew better than to play over the top of his harmonica solo. And so I just screeched to a stop, and he stopped the recording, and he said, "I don't want you to stop."
Oh, wow.
So I'm listening to him talking to me over the headphones, and he said, "Let's start again. And when I get to the harmonica solo, play along with me." And so I was either going to swim or sink, and it was like all or nothing moment.
Sounds like he gave you a lot of those all or nothing moments.
Yeah.
And you held up under the pressure.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, did you know what he was going to play on harmonica, and did you play with him? Did you play against him? Did you play harmony? Did you leave spaces? How did you approach that?
I just went into intuition, period. That's it. And that's whatever I played was just, you know, and my intuition was dead on, you know,
Cool.
of how to play with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he appreciated that. Because I didn't know also that many people have tried and failed to play along with his harmonica. I learned that later.
So you basically didn't try and play along with this harmonica. You just kind of.
No, I did.
But that's what I mean. Were you listening to particular riffs, to spaces, or it just kind of, like you said, intuitively, you just kind of felt it?
Obviously, I was listening to how, you know, his phrasing, his whatever the chords were. Yeah, I mean, I just go into intuition of how to follow somebody. That's something I do.
No, and I often say that the key to ensemble playing is obviously to know your instrument, but then to listen.
Yes,
and if you listen to the other people, you'll intuitively know what to play. And obviously you did. It's great.
So that's
Cool.
the other story.
Cool.
That's great. Wonderful. Well, congratulations on that. It's
Yeah.
nice, and it's nice when you can listen to that years later and go,
What?
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know where I came up with that. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, that's great. It's wonderful.
Well, as the resident timekeeper of this show, let's do our last couple numbers here. I know Scarlett has a piece to read, right?
Do you want to read a little
the
of that
Eric Anderson piece?
Oh, I have to go get it. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
let me
we'll take a minute to just thank some more people. Thank you to our friends at Alert the Globe, wonderful broadcasting, internet broadcasting concerts. They have a website where they broadcast concerts 24/7, I believe.
And they're going to do a lot more live things.
They're
You know,
doing
really
tons of
getting into it.
amazing shows, and I think Lori actually texted me. They are broadcasting us somewhere. We are at the Ventura Marriott on the big screen.
Oh my God!
That is so cool. Hi, everybody at the
Hello,
Marriott.
Ventura. Ventura.
Thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, and thanks for getting that together, Laurie. Really appreciate it. Laurie works with a group that we work with, the Tribe, and they do we do a lot of wonderful concerts and raise money for homeless shelters and various things, and a lot of well-known musicians around LA.
And they're actually going to be doing another
A telethon, right?
It's coming up. I'm going to look up the dates.
In fact, we need to record that Elvis Christmas song, don't we?
We do.
Yeah. It'll be a blue Christmas without you. I won't be singing
Yeah,
lead.
so the telethon is going to be Saturday, November 28th at 4 p.m. Pacific. And you can just find them. Look them up on Facebook, the Tribe Band LA. We're going to be part of that. Freebo and I are recording a song for that. It's going to be really fun. And we're also going to be auctioning off a songwriting lesson. So that's going to be kind of cool.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
doing an auction
absolutely.
as well. Go to the Tribe Band LA's website to find out more about that.
And again, we want to thank Cordial Cables for sponsoring us. We really appreciate that. We want to thank Norma's Rare Guitars for allowing us and promoting us and having us on their YouTube channel. We really appreciate that. Many followers, and we thank those of you who are friends of Norman's and of the store and the channel for tuning in and and supporting us. We thank you for that. And again, for Fishman and to Audio Technica and to Rock Cellar Magazine and to Alert the Globe. So
And I
thank
just
you all
want
for
to
that.
I want to give a shout out to Samuel. Thank you, Samuel, for requesting that I play Nothing But You. I will promise I'll play that next Wednesday for you. I'm not going to have time to do it tonight, but thank you for asking
Next
for that.
Wednesday.
I appreciate that. It's on the list for next week. And thanks for following me on YouTube as well. If you guys get a chance to subscribe to my channel, Alice Howe Music, that would be great. Helping me get to 1,000 subscribers, and Freebo's on there too. Got to help you with that.
I've got all this old YouTube stuff I've done. I really need to clean it up, but I would love to have some followers as well. Would really appreciate that.
Yes. Okay. What do you got, Scarlett?
Okay. So I have been touring and performing with Eric Anderson for the last several years. Brilliant poet. Matter of fact, he is goes all the way back to his song "Blue River" with Joni Mitchell. He's profound in his writing of lyrics, and he was a great guy to have toured with. And the last thing I did with him was in Europe. We toured Italy, Austria, Switzerland, and they loved it. And I did some of my songs as well. So, but this is a song that he wrote decades ago, but it resonates with some things that are happening on our streets today. And, you know, we decided rather than it be something that Freebo accompanied me with on guitar, that I should just read it a
Absolutely,
cappella.
be more powerful, I think.
Okay, so I'm going to jump around because it's extremely long, so I'm going to just read a couple of the verses. And you'll think about how it reflects upon life in America today. The rain falls down in Amsterdam. The streets are wet and black. Midnight like November by the glow of a cigarette. The girls on hash in Station Square looking stupid from the drugs. When Marlena heard the boots march, there were reasons to be dumb. Shiny helmets in the shadows, those trains that left at night, those hiding in the cellars, those eyes afraid of light. Something 'neath the borders, poisoning the well. The creature has uncoiled, and it's crawling up from hell. Here comes 1914, 1932. Those cattle cars and yellow stars, it's right back to the roots. It's moving in the open with a snarl and a growl. The cages have been broken, and the beast is on the prowl. To see retired killers is to see the lion yawn. The skinheads do their dirty work for the cloak and dagger pawns. The dark eyes will be waiting there when the borders they are crossed. So keep your filthy swastikas and shove your iron cross.
Wow.
Wow.
Timely.
So if you want to see it on YouTube, by the way, look up Eric Anderson. Rain falls down in Amsterdam, and you will see the entire song.
I think
which
we
is-
should have Eric on our show sometime.
Yeah, maybe we could do it. I mean, he lives in.
Yeah, you
Denmark.
could come over. We could do a thing where we talk to him remotely.
That's great.
We could do a European time slot or
Oh,
something.
he would. I think he would. I think he would love
For
that.
our friends there. All right, folks, we got one more song for you. This is our big finale we worked up for you. We'll see how it goes.
I think it's a perfect choice. Too.
It is. I love that you
It's
had
fun.
this suggestion, Scarlett. Oh wait, this is out of order. I mixed it up. It goes like that. I put the number on the wrong page. Hope you remember it too, Freebo. We're counting on you. Freebo's the guitar player tonight. Let's give him a hand.
Yeah.
Designated guitar player.
So you want to announce what that is? What this
Oh,
is?
yes. Shouldn't leave them in suspense. We're going to do a version of Maggie's Farm. Hope y'all enjoy it.
So let me think how I do this here. It's not a double capo.
No?
It was a very lively version that you came up with.
Yes.
Thanks again, folks. Really appreciate you being with us. Scarlett, thank you so much.
Yes.
What a pleasure.
It's been a blast. Thank you.
It's been
Really
so
glad-
fun. This
yeah.
is hopefully not the last time we get to make some music together.
Oh, no, it's the beginning.
Let's have some
Yeah.
jams.
Yeah.
I love it.
And thanks again, Jim, for putting us together. And we really just met for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.
So,
Hey, do you know who Maggie is?
Nope, don't
Okay.
know. I think it's a fictitious name,
I would
probably.
imagine so. That's my
Okay,
guess.
just want to
yeah.
make sure, if you had some inside info.
No, I don't.
We're going to start together, right?
Yes, we are. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. When I wake up in the morning, open my hands and pray for rain. I got a head full of ideas that are driving me insane. It's a shame the way she makes me scrub the floor. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more.
I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Well, he hands you a nickel and he hands you a dime. He asks you with a grin if you're having a good time. Then he finds you every time you slam the door.
Oh, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more.
No more.
I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. Well, he puts his cigar out in your face for kicks. His bedroom window, it is made out of bricks. The National Guard stands around his door. Oh, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more.
I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. No, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. Well, she talks to all the servants about man and God and law. Everybody says she's the brains behind Pa. She's 68, but she says she's 54. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I try my best to be just like I am, but everybody wants you to be just like them. They say sing while you slave, I just get bored. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more.
Yes.
All right.
That's
Thanks
it,
again.
folks.
Thank you, Scarlett.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
you.
all
It's a
so
pleasure
much.
to be here with y'all.
It's a pleasure to
Absolutely.
have you. We'll see you all next
you
Wednesday
next week.
evening, and stay safe and take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.
And Kenny White, if you're watching, looking forward to it, buddy.
Thank you, Scarlet Rivera.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you, Freebo. Thanks, Alice.
Nice job.